another match over here to commentate on. Joining me is Birdman, 4th degree black belt, and we're checking out a match from, I believe this is light heavyweight, 40 plus blue belts.
The big boys.
The big boys. Big boys with minimal gas tanks. So let's see how it works out.
Yeah.
The one thing we discuss about the light heavyweight and heavyweight matches is generally it's really hard for these guys to sweep or to escape. So when one person gets on top, that generally dictates the next 5 minutes of the match. Let's see if that's the case here.
Harrington reports a match 2. You have 1 minute or disqualified. Harrington, match 2. 1 minute or you're disqualified.
So we're all already noticed. Stop it there. Well, for as a start, see how they were more upright, their hips were more engaged.
Yes.
Right. See that little better profile to start.
It's less likely that heavyweights are going to shoot for the legs, right?
Absolutely.
I like Dwayne's overhook here.
Yes. He's putting his weight on the guy.
He takes the same side collar and he uses his elbow to put pressure on the guy's same side grip.
Yes.
This is great.
Make the guy heavy when you're in the light, heavy and heavyweight, you got to make the guy carry your weight, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Good. I like it. Now
All
it's a drive back hard. Perfect. That was good. That's a takedown. That should be 2 points.
That's 2 points and then 3 points for passing the guard. Let's talk about this position. I can't tell what grip Dwayne has on the other side of the body, but it looks like he's too far forward with his weight.
Way too far over the forward.
These either he needs to get his hip, he's got to be hip to hip and kind of playing like a shallow Keisakatami, or he needs his butt back on his heels, right?
He's got to, he's way too far over past the center line. He's got to make his knees wide to make room to sit down. Butt low, back flat. That's what we're looking for here. Butt low and back flat.
30 seconds to report to 3.
Still a little high, right?
And we're seeing that the arm escaping from the other side.
Yes, and think about all the space that's between them right now. Do you think Dwayne has a lot of pressure on him?
No.
He has none. He's making a bridge over the guy's torso. Now that's a little better.
So it's a little bit dangerous to take that position when the guy already has the underhook, though.
Absolutely. That's how you get your back taken.
He should be letting go of the head on this side, bringing the other head, the other arm over the head, and then switching so he's facing towards the screen.
Correct. Reverse Cascatomi.
Reverse Cascatomi. Very similar to what we would do in half guard when the person on bottom takes the underhook. We reverse seat it, right? We turn away and we sit into it. Same thing.
Reverse seated side control, we'll call
reverse seated side control. Also looking for knee on belly or mount. But
yes, he's letting this guy run it from the bottom.
Yes.
But he looks like he's walking up to a mount, which I like.
He recovered.
But again, he's not putting weight on the guy. Right?
Yep. The knees are too far together, or too close together. The knees need to be a little bit open so the hips can drop, right?
Butt low, back flat. When you're
low.
on top, anywhere. Butt low, back flat.
I'll throw this out there. I know Dwayne, and probably not uncommon for men in their 40s who might have some issues with their flexibility, with their knees and their hips. It's difficult for them to open the knees and get the hips out. Is there a compromise he could do to put weight on the guy?
He can cross his feet and then almost like engage like a kind of a sprawl almost, bring his knees back. That way there'll be no scorpion lock or any kind of leg entanglement, and he'll drive his hips straight down into the guy.
So just pulling the legs down through this way?
Correct. Cross the feet, cross your feet, and then extend the legs down, which that hinging mechanism drives the hips straight into the body. You can actually put a lot of pressure on people that way. Here's what I'm going to say, because most people listening to this, or some of the people might not know Dwayne. Dwayne is too nice of a guy, right? At this point, he's probably like, well, if I was in the bottom, I wouldn't want somebody putting their weight on top of me. So I'm not going to put my weight on top of him. Dwayne is that nice of a guy, right?
Yes. I also want to throw out that the score right now is 4-0. It should be 5-0. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, where do they get that from?
Should be 2 points for the takedown and then
3 points for the pass.
Yeah. And now he should be getting 4 points from mount. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So this is the one note I got from Dwayne about this match was this position right here. He felt like he had messed it up. And I think right here as his the opponent tried to escape mount, when he came back, Dwayne attempted to take the back and he created a lot of space here underneath the leg.
Now, if you could go crooked mount by dropping your hips to the ground and coming in for like a gift wrap, or you could just throw that left shin right across that guy's arm and drop it right back down to the mat.
And because of the position, his leg was light, and the other guy was able to turn out of it.
Yeah. Now, if I were Dwayne, I would just sit straight back and down on the guy just to slow him down. You have to slow this person down. There you go.
And from here, he should be looking. Now he's
push the head. Push the head towards the floor and bring the leg back over.
Hand on the head.
That free left hand. Just grab the ear, lean forward, and just push that head into the mat.
Put the hand on the ear. Don't physically grab the ear.
Yeah. Put your hand on the ear. Push him straight. Yeah. So then they just swap positions. Is he looking to shake the ref's hand? I don't know what's going on. Yeah, he's got to do something with his hands.
He's got to do something with his hands. What should his body position? What position should he be looking for?
Well, he's got to. First of all, you got to put your feet on the floor, right? He only has a partial connection with that one heel. Okay, he's got to firmly plant that right foot of the mat and face his opponent.
Okay. Use the foot on the floor to turn the hips and face, bringing this elbow in as a frame.
Correct.
And this top arm will follow and go to the opposite shoulder.
Yes. Or maybe get an underhook on the opposite side, the low side. See, he's not engaging. Look at the feet are the feet are doing nothing.
Looks like he's just trying to get to his knees, right?
Which is not the best idea because you're going to get your back taken and give up 4 points. How'd that guy get 2 points?
I don't know. Maybe they're giving 2 points for the guard pass. I don't know.
What guard pass? He escaped and got the side control.
I'm not a ref here.
Are they giving points for escapes?
No, I don't know. I think I know what Dwayne's gonna do here, just based on my experience rolling with him. But I think something that a lot of people don't think about is, especially because his opponent's hands are high and they're above, if he would just bring his head out through this pocket, if he takes his right arm, reaches through, and he starts turning this way, there's a really easy escape there.
Correct. There's a ton of space. He can just come out that door.
Just this way, and even like fall to this hip a little bit, bring the head out, and this arm will actually get stuck and probably end up in like a little bit of a Kimura twist if the guy holds on for too long. I don't think that's what's going to happen.
Before anything, he should step up on his right foot.
Right here.
Yes, because then that blocks the guy's hip.
It won't allow him to follow back around, which the guy is giving him the position for free. I mean, he should be over here.
He's got to keep him in front of him, not let him get behind him. So you have to step up. And if you do that, you can even just pretty much fall to your side and be facing him and no longer be in danger of giving your back up. Right?
Yep.
See, now he comes around. That was completely preventable. You knew the guy wasn't going to the front.
All right. Right here is, how do you feel about the way Dwayne defended this position?
He didn't really defend it. So
and we're back to deep half.
Yeah, again.
Again, something we've talked about before, but when we're playing half guard and then the feet get crossed, right?
Stops hip movement.
Nope. You only need that inside leg to keep the leg tied up. That left leg could be on the floor to help you turn. That left leg could be a hook on the leg.
Well, if he takes that left leg and puts it in the hook, he could take the guy's back probably, right?
Right.
And then bring that right leg, knee up high, and try to get it in behind the guy's other leg. So there's a road to the back right here for Dwayne.
So this leg should be coming inside here as a hook from behind, and this leg should be coming kind of to where his arm is. Yes,
he should bring it down by his elbow and just get that knee, push that guy's leg forward, like push his butt forward and get that leg inside. And you got that, that lazy boy from the back?
Yes.
You got that right there. Because the guy's facing away from him, not towards him.
And he's still kind of chasing this far leg. It's a little too late for that right now.
Yeah, but he should just be working a hook, not a grip. But he's too busy crossing his feet.
Yes, there's a huge space for a hook right here.
Yeah, because now the guy has to sit on your arm. You're chasing that, and you're going to lose the arm soon. All right, we got fortunate there.
This grip right here, once we get to close guard.
No. Does nothing.
Does nothing. So I think it's a good reminder. Is a lot of times when we make grips, we forget about the grip. We're like, oh, I got a good grip, but you always have to check in with yourself as the position changes and do the math again. Is this grip belong in this position, right?
You're always doing the accounting. You're always looking at the books, what your numbers are. Right? It's still there. It's still there. Is it stopping the guy from making grips?
No.
Is it threatening? What's it doing? Is it affecting his posture?
No.
So it's, again, you have to understand what your grips are doing. There should be a checklist. If he's getting everything he wants and you have a grip, should you keep the grip?
Probably not. No.
Probably not.
Also, I'm feeling what's going to happen here is this guy is freely going to be allowed to put pressure on this knee. Again, probably best if you've messed up the grips and they're a step ahead and they're opening your guard for you to open it before they open it for you. And
here's the thing. Go ahead.
And I'd like to see this top leg come in as a hook. There's nothing preventing this top leg coming in as a hook right now.
Yeah. Also, let's look at the simplest things. If he just uses his hand to either set up a collar or go 2-on-1 on that guy's right arm.
Yes.
He has to abandon the grip on the knee.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's just, again, do some accounting. You're letting him get the grips. Give him something else to worry about. Right? You got 2 free arms. Go for a collar. If he's going to keep grips on your body, go for the collar. You've got 2 free hands. Go for a collar. You're close guard. If you're going to go for a collar, now is the time.
All right, he switched to a collar.
Okay, good.
Collar and sleeve. Again.
No.
The underhook. We're seeing a lot of guys go for the underhook on the leg.
Yeah. And again, right back to half guard.
And we're crossing the feet. I need to talk to the guys at my school about deep half transitions from everywhere.
Yeah. And he's doubling down. He's going beyond crossing his feet to a figure 4. Which is a definite no-no.
Right. This, now it's kind of, we can kind of see there's a bend in his opponent's hip. This top leg is doing everything it needs to by itself. If you would just pull this heel back, that hip would get caught and his opponent wouldn't be able to turn back into him. His right foot would be free to hip escape or get to his knees. But he's actually impeding his own ability to affect the hip.
Yes.
Gabe. Yes, Gabe. Keep going, Gabe. Free your knee, Gabe. Nice, Gabe. Yes. Keep going. I got a pass, Gabe.
This overhook. How do you feel about this overhook?
It's not doing anything.
So I think sometimes we get our body trapped in places and we're trying to make the best of it. This overhook works if you have a hook in on the same side, right?
Yeah.
And he was able to elevate with the hips and the back at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have to take an accounting. What's that overhook going to do if he passes?
It's just going to be a liability. Your arm is exposed.
Now, what's the golden rule on passing? Your body passes to the opposite side of your head.
Right.
So Dwayne knows which way he's passing, right?
His opponent's passing in this direction, going around.
So he needs to put
way.
that left arm on the guy's left ear.
Pushes his head into that.
Push the head away.
Yes.
So that way he cannot establish side control if he does or when he does pass.
He'll have to address that before he's able to settle. Yes.
Yeah, he'll have to absolutely just keep pushing it away. The body follows the head.
This arm comes to this head and just push the head in that direction.
Drive it away. And if he pushes it far enough, he gets up onto his right elbow. Okay. And if he still has the leg, the guy's going to have too much pressure on the hip. He's going to have to sit.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is an opportunity for Dwayne to get it back up on top right here. Right. There's no head control really. And he's going with the slice.
He lost the hip. Right. I also want to throw out his opponent here has a really awkward connection. The grip is a little funny. But he's got a good head and arm, right? Some people like to play head and arm when they're passing half guard. But he's not putting any pressure on him. Meaning if he's got the head and arm and Dwayne was able to get the shoulder off the ground, that means the head and arm isn't doing anything of what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah. He's just making a grip. He's not using it for anything. Right? Now it's off.
Yeah.
So now he's doing what? He's creating space, the guy on top.
Yes.
Even when he makes the grip, he's still not putting pressure. So Dwayne needs to push on his head. Push his head away. Holding the jacket there doesn't do anything.
What about this right hand coming below and framing on the opposite knee?
It's not doing anything. The problem he has right now is that head and arm control. He's got to worry about that.
What should that inside arm be doing?
I would try to get it inside the guy's bicep. His left bicep there.
Yeah.
Try to create some space, right? Push on the head, push on the bicep. Get your body... Get your triangle, your head and your shoulders away from his. Right? Your golden triangle, the head and the shoulders. Get it away from his. Because this guy is just seconds away from passing. Yep,
and
there
that's it.
Hold. Beautiful. You got your point. Gabe, 1 minute. 1 minute.
So, again, I just want to notice he got 3 points for passing.
Dwayne
did not get 3 points for passing at the beginning.
Yes.
So I'm not sure how these points occurred here.
Yeah. And with 46 seconds, the big boys just take a breather. Right?
Yep.
He's just gonna settle in.
Inside leg is flat here. At the very least, this inside leg needs to be posted like the outside leg is.
Yes.
At the very least. Even if you're not checking the hip, at least you need to be...
Yes. There you go.
40 seconds, kid.
And so far, both your guys have moved their arms out the back door. And it doesn't seem to be doing anything for what they have. So his arms are on opposite sides of the guy's body. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Stop it. Yeah. So he's got his left arm on the near side and his right arm on the far side. They kind of work against each other in that way, don't they?
We want the arms on the same side of the body when we're working to escape side control.
Correct.
I also want to throw out here, because sometimes we do get an arm trapped and we got to figure out how to manage that puzzle. Over here, his opponent is leaving a lot of space. There is nothing preventing this arm from coming back and framing. He brings this arm in, he frames on the hip, and he brings that knee in. 2 movements, he's out.
Yes. And I know it's when you're in the heat of things, in a tournament with adrenaline and nervousness, you can't always think of these things. I know it. I get it. And I'm not blaming Dwayne or the other fighter for any mistakes they make. We're just trying to point things out that could be done differently, right?
Absolutely.
No one's at fault. No one's wrong. You know what? They're on the mats competing. 98% of the rest of the planet is home watching SpongeBob. So, you know, you got to give these guys credit just for that. And they're trying their very best. And
Absolutely.
we're here to help them get a little sharper. That's all it is.
So I believe they had 3 matches against each other, and they were all back and forth. So
Yeah, this is over. What, 2 seconds? Done.
nice.
Yeah,
Um,
he got robbed. That should have been a tie.
should have been a tie. Any big takeaways? I think it's difficult to sometimes with the big guys to criticize how much space they leave, because that's going to be the challenge of being a big guy, is how do you close space, when you got so much body.
You should be able. Doesn't your body type or size doesn't matter about the space you can close. If anything, he's got more surface area to use to close the space. Correct?
Right?
Yeah. So it's just, everybody, not just big guys, you have to do an accounting of what you're doing and is it working for anything positive. For him to relax and just get dead weight heavy on somebody doesn't cost much, right? Not lean so far forward, get more centered over the body, right? These are just simple fundamentals he has to fix.
I agree, and I think it's the decision making was okay. I think we are seeing a trend of people going for we discussed it in a prior video, but people going for let's see if we can find it again.
That arm inside the leg,
the deep half out of nowhere for no reason,
or just the deep arm grip.
The deep arm.
Right, he was in guard and did it.
I think it's right there.
Yeah. Right? What does that do?
So I'm going to throw something out there. We do a drill, guard drill number 1, where we do like a side-to-side rotation. I think maybe there's a little bit of confusion, but when we do that guard drill, we need to be flat on the back. So we're not rolling into it to grab under the leg. We're using the arm to cut the angle. Right?
And also, we have arm control and an arm trapped across the body when we do it.
Right. And our partner's weight is on the floor. It's not up.
Yes.
So
now, if he had total control of that guy's right arm, like a grip up by the elbow or something, he could grab inside there while the guy's standing, turn all the way on his left hip, so his left leg acts like the broom on a sweep, and he could take the guy over. Follow?
Or maybe even a omoplata, right? Depending on where they land. And
well, he'd have to have control of the left arm, not the right. He needs to control the guy's right arm.
Oh, if he brought the leg over, he would take him over this way.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. Because he would have no base in that direction.
Correct.
Right, yes.
And that leg would be a nice sweeping device. Dwayne's left leg, if he got all the way to his left side and got that down to the floor against that guy's leg, it could be a pretty clean sweep. Almost like a scissor sweep.
Right. But instead we just see he just reached also, and he didn't commit to the movement either, right?
Yeah. It just a throwaway.
All right. Awesome. All right. Dwayne, great job.
Good job,
on the next
Dwayne.
one.
Yeah, we just got to tighten up a few little screws. You had this one. At the very least, you tied this guy. You got robbed, and I'm sorry, brother.
All right. And I'll just throw it out there. Anybody who's watching or listening, if you guys want to send us your matches for us to review, whether it's a gym tape or a competition, you can reach us through either of our websites. All the information's on underneath the YouTube link.
Yeah. And we're not being mean or critical. This is just, we're observing what is happening, and that's it.
Yes.
Tape don't lie. What's happening is happening.
These tapes were given to us by the competitors themselves, knowing full well they were going to get bashed. So,
and they're not getting bashed. We're helping them. This is a learning experience. These are teaching tools.
Absolutely. That is the main purpose of competing, is to see what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong.
Yes.
All right. Thanks so much, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Take care, guys.